This story is a true story. All my stories are true. This girl, she was from a very religious Hasidic family, and she went off the derech. And she had such a hatred to Judaism, unfortunately, that she wouldn't even walk in the street with her mother. Forget about her father. Father looked Jewish, right? Her mother wears a sheitel, a wig, a skirt. No, somebody might know you're a Jew, and if I'm walking with you, they might know I'm a Jew. That's how disgusted she was of being a Jew. And she went to an organization that helps kids like that go off the derech, gives them money for college, gives them camaraderie and friends. A lot of it is good. A lot of it is not so good. Helps them get used to eating treif, helps them get into the world, learn how to date, learn how to do whatever, all these things. And it's been said on that organization, Kol Bo'el Lo Yeshivun, whoever goes there doesn't come out, but it's not true because all of our kids who went there ended up out. But because the parents came here, in spite of her tremendous hatred of Yiddishkeit and even associating with being a Jew, her mother got close to her. Her father at that point was not so close, but her mother did. And so she was open with her mother, and she said, tomorrow I'm going to interview to get into this place. They give therapy. You know what therapy is like? A bunch of kids who hate Jews, and they have either a Goy therapist or a Jew hater therapist, and they let everybody express their anger at all their terrible stories that happen to them, and a lot of bad stories do happen to them, and it makes them, and it's in a way good for them, and in a way it's not the way we would do it. It's not so healthy for them either. A lot of their people in that organization end up dying. It's very sad. But she's open. So she tells her mother, tomorrow I'm going to this place to see if I could be a part of them. She's 17 years old, comes from Satmar, Hasidic family. Exactly the kind of person that would fit into that organization. But she tells her mother, and her mother says to her, hey, I'll go with you. She goes, no, you can't go with me. She goes, you know what? Let's go. We'll take a taxi. We'll go together. And then while you go there, I'll do some shopping, and then we can come back together. And because they're nafshay kshur benafshay, which is very unusual, the daughter says, okay, fine, sure, no problem. The mother goes there with the daughter with saying Tehillim, what's going to be. She did not want her daughter to go there. And 2 hours later, approximately, the daughter comes out, the mother's there. And she tells her mother, nah, it's not for me. Why? I don't feel like I have anything in common with those people. You don't feel you have anything in common with those people. All the kids there are you. They're all kids your age, 17, 18, 19, who are leaving Chabad or Hasidic or Litvish communities, and that's all it is. I don't feel like I have so much in common with them. Why? So she shared. She said, I went there, and there was a woman who does the intake. And this woman starts asking me questions. Where do you come from? What's your name? What's your address? Parents, mommy, father, daddy. And what's your relationship with your parents? And she starts saying, great, wonderful. My parents put a television in my room, even though they have 8 other kids in Satmar. And I have my own kitchen where I have my own tray for food. I have a fridge and stuff, and I'm very comfortable at home. My parents fully accept me. And she starts talking about that, and I don't feel like I have to leave. I don't feel like this. I don't feel like that. And then she looks up after a few minutes, and this lady, the intake person, is crying. Who is she? She's a girl who went off the derech and who was rejected. And she didn't have that, and she was crying. Then after that, they had a group therapy for all the new people who came that day. So there's like 10, 15 kids, boys and girls, sitting around with a therapist who's Jewish, off the derech, gay. And they're all sharing, cursing the yeshiva system, cursing. They had a lot of pain. They were thrown out. They were mistreated. They were abused. They were yelled at. They were all kinds of stories. And she sat there and she didn't have that hatred. She had also her stories. She went off the derech. She had pain. Things happened to her that shouldn't have happened to her. The school threw her out. Yeah, it's true, but she didn't have that pain. So she's sitting in a room full of people vomiting out tremendous pain. Ad kadei kach, that she says, I don't feel like I have a lot in common with these people. She's exactly them except for one thing, you, parents, mommy and daddy. Unbelievable. She didn't join that organization because she has mommy and daddy.